Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We got Redbreast, 12-year cask strength.
Some cask strength goodness.
Let's test it.
Test it! So we got what?
Our Scotch God
Boom.
comment.
Scotch God shout out. You're right. Before we dive in, we got to do the Scotch God shout out. What you got?
Back on the EY
Boom.
whiskey.
Japanese whiskey, Mars
EY.
Distillery. EY.
EY?
Boom.
Voided T commented, "Wow, I really admire your dedication, guys. So many episodes about whiskey. Unfortunately, I stopped watching you for a while."
What?
Well, he says the reason is, unlike you, once I find something that I really like, I completely lose interest in looking at other stuff.
Huh.
Glad to see you guys still enjoying the journey.
Boom. Big
Welcome
journey.
back, Voided T.
That's
We're
right.
still here.
Voided tea. Does that mean he buys tea cheaply? Or does that mean he drinks so much he's always voiding it?
Yep. That.
Letting it go.
One of those.
I'm with you. Now, we do try a lot of different whiskeys. And I'm glad that he mentions the journey, because we're big fans of the whiskey fabric. And you and I definitely feel like we're on a quest, we're on a journey. We're meeting a lot of people along the way. We're doing our live shows.
I don't know if I like Journey.
You don't like Journey? Quest.
Just
You
a lot
like
of people
Quest?
use Journey.
Quest,
Journey's overused, I think.
which is why I keep saying Quest.
Quest
Do you
is
like
too
Quest?
close. Quest? Is that what you're saying?
I said
what
Quest.
Was
And it was Quest.
it? Q West?
How about a Trek?
I don't know.
Are we on a whiskey
I don't
trek?
know. Maybe it's a Journey. I'm just saying.
Wow. But you've got nothing to fill
I
in.
like to be original. Other people use Journey.
Well, we've hit several.
Is everybody? Maybe we're all on a journey. I don't know.
Now that's deep. That was deep right there. That was as good as Voided Tea.
I like to be original. We come up
Right.
with something. We're
Well, that's what I'm
like,
saying. Trek, but then it feels like Star Trek. Quest, a little bit of Lord of the Rings.
it's close to Journey.
Journey, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Well,
no
we'll keep
biggie.
working on it, but
You
we're
can
doing
use
it
You
together.
can say it all you
I
want.
love Quest.
You use Journey.
I like Quest.
I don't know.
I don't say Journey much. I say Quest. I do believe we're on a whiskey quest, and I love the whiskey fabric, and I love that we, the collective, the whiskey lovers, can all come here and meet. That's what I think. So we've done the Redbreast 12. This is the cask strength. What's the ABV, Scott?
57.2% Bart.
Notice how we worked in our names so naturally.
You probably didn't even notice.
I'm right. That was the subtle. It was a subtlety that I said Scott.
Because it is labeled, apparently they label their batches. This is batch B1 16.
Wow. B1 could be for Bart. Bart 1.
Bart's first batch of 16.
Love it. Thank you guys for calling it a B1.
Now let's go back though to the Redbreast 12, and we had been doing reviews. I mean, it was within the first 100 reviews,
Right.
but it took us a while to get to it. And in our area, the 12-year-old is $70,
Expensive.
and so we hadn't picked up because $70 for a 12-year
Yeah.
whiskey.
I think
That's
I
pretty
finally
high.
pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah, and so because Mark Gillespie's show, Whiskey Cast, is always the commercial was on there about the liquid gold.
You're right.
Remember?
It's liquid gold. The guy with the beautiful Irish
yeah.
accent. Saying,
Yeah.
It's like liquid gold. Yeah, you got to treat it with respect. And I was like, wow. So I picked it up, and we were pleasantly surprised. I may throw something down in the like a link to that video in the description. So if you want to go watch the original Redbreast. Now, we weren't on this cool set. We were in our old set, which was Hello Bart's Kitchen with a little bit of echo, but it's got some intrinsic value. I'm going to pour this. Did you want to say anything? Are you reading marketing? What do we got on the back?
Well, I wanted to see. I was pretty sure. Now, this is single pot still Irish whiskey, and I thought it was sherry cask as well, and I was going to confirm that.
Well, I think it would be. It's just the cask strength version.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the 12-year-old is. Now, one thing with this, though, over the 12-year-old that someone pointed out, the 12-year-old is chill filtered. The cask strength 12-year-old is non-chill filtered. So someone had commented, take the 12-year cask strength, go figure out how much water you need to add, bring it down to the 43 or the 46%, that 12-year-old, and you would see the difference between a chill filtered whiskey and a non-chill filtered whiskey.
it's a lot of work.
Not that much. You are busy.
I'm a busy guy. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of things happening.
Yes, the legendary sherried Redbreast style is a joy to behold in each and every bottle.
Now, I know we're going to get into is it worth it. Maybe that's when we should talk about the cost difference between the regular 12 and the Cask Strength. So we'll park that. We're going to park that over here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back to that. I didn't look. 162. That's all I'm saying. 162.
Now, they did point out also, Redbreast points out that some of the barley used in this is malted and some of it is not. Which is where they make the germinate. Yeah, see, I started doing that too.
Yeah, you did it. He's stealing my label.
I wrote on there
You did.
pricing and the date.
And the date. It's fancier.
What was I saying?
Nothing.
I completely forgot. You
Did
just
that too.
interrupted me.
I did. I blew your whole thing. I was intrigued by silver lettering on the bottle.
Oh, the barley. Some of the barley used is malted, some of it is not. So barley, basically you germinate it, they wet it, and they make it think it's growing, so it starts to germinate.
And then
it's malted.
Right.
So some of it is malted, some of it is not.
Right. That's what makes the malted barley. Huh.
I get a sweet sherried citrus.
Right. Citrus, clean, crisp.
And I've got buttered vanilla.
Ooh.
Not separate, but like vanilla that's been buttered.
Now, I definitely was leaning toward the vanilla. Huh. But you were right on. I'm going to echo buttered vanilla. Like you've taken a stick of butter. You took a stick of butter and just threw it on the vanilla.
And you buttered the vanilla with it.
I don't know how you would do that.
I don't know either.
Maybe you butter the bean. It's a butter bean. Wasn't Butterbean like a UFC fighter or something? Or was
I
he
don't
on a
remember
movie?
that.
Sorry. Butterball. Oh, Butterball.
Oak. Now, if you get your nose up in there too, it does burn some of your nose hairs out of there.
I need that.
So some of you may need to be a little careful.
You can save on the trimmer.
And cinnamon. Little cinnamon.
I think that cinnamon is at high ABV. You know, I'm not really getting the oak. I don't know. I guess maybe there's a touch of wood in there. Huh. I'm still stuck on the buttered vanilla. You hit that nail on the head, sir. I had vanilla, but there was something else, and I was just going to say I couldn't quite peg it. But you're right. It's not separate butter/vanilla. It's buttered vanilla. Huh. You did that one for me. Well done.
I don't know how I came up with that one either, but that's what I got. It's right there in my notes.
So I've tried it neat. You definitely get more of that alcohol spark right on the front, but with a velvety smoothness. The flavor pauses for me for a second or two.
Woo.
I get a little bit of buttered corn, sweet corn, a nice clinging to the upper palate, not really the size of the cheek. Roasted, maybe a roasted almond, roasted nut. The vanilla is still hanging around, and almost like deck wood, like almost like when you get a spring rain and the wood of your deck is completely soaked, and then the clouds break,
And then you lick it.
and then you lick your deck. It's deck licking time. That's just, you're right. I get that flavor though of that subtle wood. What? It's just the deck. I didn't mean anything bad by it.
It's strong and powerful. There's a creaminess to it. It's very mouth-warming. The sherry flavors come out. The plums.
This hasn't happened to us in a while. I don't think I'd made you laugh that hard, and then you got me getting the giggles.
I get an orange and a vanilla.
I just got that orange.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to bring her down a little bit. So
And an oakiness, and that's neat. So the sherry, I mean, I'm telling you, sitting here, plums and raisins in the sherry.
You know, that it's not a sherry bomb.
No, Nope.
I mean, the sherry's kind of sitting back there. I expected to get some of those plum raisins, and I don't really get that. It's more of a subtle, maybe that's where I'm getting that orange zestiness from. And mine was neat as well.
It's what I call sherry influenced. I mean, there's the hints, the sherry influence comes through, but it's not that exclusively matured in sherry Oloroso cask, that sherry bomb that gets you.
Yeah, there's definitely almost like a, well, again, even with a touch of water, I'm getting a strong orange zest.
Mm-hmm. The roasted almonds is good. That's there.
Yeah.
That's with water.
Nutty taste.
With water, the sweetness increases.
Yes.
It makes it sweeter.
Right. It still didn't open up the plum raisin, but it's definitely like almost like a dark fruit juice is present.
I got it right there on the nose, just as I brought that with the water, just as I brought it up to my mouth and I inhaled, I got a little bit of a plum raisin, that's sherry.
Well, this is what I like about Cask Strengths, is I feel like it's one thing, still part of the same overall feeling, but as you add water with it, in this one, it is changing up a little bit for me.
And a light chocolate with it.
Where do you get that in the after or in the finish?
Yeah, with water. Like a milk chocolate.
I had not picked that up.
And a little bit of maltiness has come out with it with the water as well.
That I am getting. That grain, that malted grain flavor is kind of what I get it now in the finish. Okay. I've got about 30 seconds out in the finish. I do see where I'm getting that. It's almost the aftertaste or the finish of a milk chocolate. Not when you're chewing on it, but after you've finished the milk chocolate. That same finish is kind of there for both. Did we mention your number?
Yes, you did right off the bat.
Excellent.
162.
Wow. Yes. I see you got a 92 for an Irish. This isn't like I don't know. It's not like a typical Irish. When I think of an Irish, I think of triple distilled, featherly light. And for this one, I get a little bit more, dare I say, meat on the bone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is the same with the Redbreast 12.
Right. And I think that's how Redbreast distinguishes itself from maybe all the other Irishes that come before it.
Watch, take a sip and that's just automatic.
90. 90.
It is good. I don't remember what I gave just the Redbreast 12. It would have been up there, I'm sure.
Someone will throw it up there on they looked on the interwebs and they're already looking.
Well, but I think my scoring has become a little bit more, not necessarily stricter, but we've tasted a lot more now. I've got a lot more to reference.
Here's the question: were we even scoring back then?
Oh, that's true.
There was a period in time where we weren't scoring.
We didn't even score for a while.
Right. We didn't feel we were up for it, but definitely we're there now. Yeah. So I don't know. I bet you we were scoring by then, though. I know I was. With the Redbreast range, always pleasantly surprised. Always. Now that leads into, is it worth it? So, you've got written on here when you bought it, and that it was $75. Mm-hmm. Now a regular Redbreast non-cask strength goes for about what?
70.
Wow. So for $5 more.
Well, and I think this was
78. You wrote it on the bottle.
Well, I know, but the thing is, I think the price on the shelf was 80, and our price was 70, so I split it.
So every once in a while there'll be a little. Okay.
So I think there's about a $10 difference.
Okay, about a $10 difference
between the 12 and the 12 cask strength.
And you're going up from, do you remember what the ABV is on the 12? Is it 40?
No.
I don't remember.
You got one.
Oh, I probably finished it.
That wasn't even open though last time, was it?
Yes. Well, maybe I went and bought another one.
You did. Well, what you did with it? Oh, it's probably back in the room for our live streams.
You may be right.
It's probably it's 43 or 46. Well, most Irishes though are 40. So, but I don't know. We'd have to look it up. I was trying to find it here to see what episode.
I'll
it
throw a
was
little title thing that'll run across here.
But anyway, so both are very good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't discourage anybody from buying either. But
I know we got a lot on the palate, or palate, a lot on the plate. But I think at some point in time we need to do a versus. A lot on the palate. I'm going to call out that'd be a great versus.
That's a good idea.
I throw a lot of stuff on the plate.
I've got, we did Redbreast. It was our 56th episode.
Wow.
Released January of 15. So 2 years ago.
Yeah. We might have been scoring by then. Don't you think that'd be a good versus though? Redbreast.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. It would be.
Mocking me.
No.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of good ones.
There is. I love having a full plate, folks. Love having a full plate. Hey, I was going to do a Patreon thing.
Patreon shout out.
Yes. Ooh, yes. We need to do a Patreon shout out. Ju Kim.
Do you remember?
Ju
there you
Kim.
go.
Yeah.
Ju Kim.
Ju Kim.
Did we get a picture? We need a picture.
I think he sent me a picture.
$3 an episode subscriber.
Yeah, I think he sent me a picture. If I have requested one, if he hasn't sent one, and if it isn't there, I may throw one of us in making a weird face, but hopefully I'll have one by then. But he's a how much?
$3 an episode.
Which means we got to shout it out with enthusiasm.
Yep.
So we love Ju Kim! Way to come! Way to back some Patreon.
Now, he's also ordered
Korean,
coins, though.
Yeah. Is he Korean?
I believe Korean in California.
Wow. Love that.
So.
Love that. Because he first commented when I broke out Annyeonghaseyo Azumani. Or Adashi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was Kamsamnida, which is thank you in Korean. And I remember he commented on that, so Kamsamnida. Kamsamnida. So.
Delicious. I do that
Very
every
good.
time I take a sip. Okay, Ju Kim, shout out.
We did it.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Thank you to our other Patreon supporters as well.
There's a link down in the comments. You can just, or in the description,
Hopefully.
you can click on that. Should be in by now. You can click on that, take it there. If it isn't, just go to Patreon, Patreon. Always throws me off there. And you can basically donate as little as $1 a month if you want, or you could do $1 per episode. Some folks will go up to $2 or $3 per episode, but you can cap the total amount you want to give. Patreon supporters are wonderful super fans. Help us bring the show to you. Help us keep bringing the show. We use the funds to upgrade. We've upgraded some of our web cameras for our live stream, our audio to improve. We're always looking to improve. Sometimes it's for computer costs, and quite honestly, sometimes it's for some unique bottles. Usually some unique stuff that we want to get a hold of, or that we have to order in. So that's where all those funds go to. But it really does keep us putting out we want to put out great content. Wonderful, high quality audio, visual, and wacky comment. Anything else, Ju Kim?
No. Go to scotchtestdummies.com. You can order a 2-inch challenge coin from us.
Kind of like a topper?
It's our first run.
First run, cask
one. They're numbered to 250.
They're starting to run out. You better
We
get
are
there
on
quick.
the back end.
Because once cask...
We're up to 162 out of 250, so there's 90 left.
And once cask 1's gone, you'll be able to get cask 2, but they won't be the same.
It'll be different.
Won't be the same.
And there'll be more of them. We might do a 500 coin.
I think we will. For cask 2, we're going to have to order in 500 coins.
The way that cask 1's been selling.
Yep, they've been selling out quick. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to scotch it, you Scotch gods and super fans.
Cilantro.
Dummies.